Hey guys, here's Louie, and on this video, I have on the table here the disc brake conversion kit that I've been talking about. And guys, just remember one thing: there are many disc brake conversion kits out there for first gen F bodies. This one being a 1968 Firebird. My cars, my personal collection, my 67 and my 69 are disc brake cars. Okay, this is the first disc brake conversion that I am doing to one of my cars. My 67 Firebird did come with disc brakes when I bought it 22 years ago. But of course, everything needed to be overhauled, and I did it just like this. And even back, of course, 22 years ago, it was more cheaper than the prices today. But let me tell you something. I did price out what they sell you nowadays. And about 2 years ago now, I did about a year ago or 2 years ago, I forget. I think it was 2 years ago. I did some work for a buddy of mine's on a 1967 GTO, and he wanted disc brakes. Just the right stuff. This brake kit cost $800 and something. Okay, fast forward to today, it could run you anywhere from 800 and up. So how about I tell you guys that I saved a couple of hundreds, about I would say about $300 or so, give or take. All right, doing this brake conversion kit, and also saving money is an excellent thing when you could do it, in my book, because these cars take a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money to put together. All right, and you'll save a whole lot of money if you know how to put them back together yourself, if you learn how to put them back together and you try to do everything. All right, so restoring these cars, I do everything. Okay, I mean, I buy them all messed up, I bring them home, I restore everything. I mean everything, and they come out of here driving, looking great again. But guys, I'm gonna go through this brake kit, and to me, the important thing is saving money, and also these parts. A lot of these parts I got at my AutoZone. Okay, an AutoZone part store that it's only a couple of miles away from my house. I would say about 6 miles or so is the closest one. And the cool factor about that is that if something goes bad in the future, okay, I will have the warranty. I don't have to mail it out. I don't have to deal with anybody online or on the phone or email. I just go straight to the AutoZone and I'll tell them, listen, I bought this part. Look me up in your computer, in your system. The part gave me problems, or it's time to change a part, like this brake pads, okay? Or the caliper goes bad, anything like that. You could just go right down to the store where you got it from originally and swap it out, okay? So here are the rotors that I bought, and I took my time for you guys, and I made a list over there. It's taped on the garage doors. I'm gonna go through it, but these are the rotors. Sorry, these are the disc brake rotors for the car, for the Lovebird. I'm going to tell you how I ask for them when I'm standing in front of the cashier. These are the backing plates that I'm using. Okay, this is the caliper bracket that I'm using, and those are the calipers and those two boxes right there. Okay, this one being the right hand and that one being the left hand side. Now, a while ago, I did a short video, one of those shorts videos you guys see on YouTube, about how to convert your drum brake spindle into disc brakes. So I want to share something with you guys that is really cool. If you guys are up to it, if you guys are not up to it, I found spindles out there. Of course, both sides. Okay, so it's the pair for under $100. Okay, but if you guys are like me and you have a whole bunch just laying around, this is a cool factor you guys could do and also save money. So if you see how this goes straight up here, but there's metal sticking out, right? Because this is for drums. If you could just go straight, follow this right here straight up and cut this off, okay? You just have made your drum spindle to work for disc brakes, okay? They take the same bearings, okay? It's exactly the same bearings. This castle nut and this washer with the tooth here that goes into the groove to make sure that your rotors don't come out, okay? And also what helps it spin. Anyway, this is what you're gonna be removing from here and putting on your disc brake spindle anyway. If you happen to buy a kit that doesn't have it like me, I bought that spindle, which is a disc brake spindle, stock height. That is stock height. And it didn't come with this, but this will fit there. I'm 100% sure about it. Now, when you are going to cut this, so you're gonna follow this right here. You're gonna follow right here and cut straight up. I'll show you on the car too. Now you need to find a bolt because this is long for the drum brakes and for disc brakes is way shorter. You're gonna have to find a bolt that is shorter and can match the thread pitch, okay, of this. Now you also could get it drilled out, or you could drill it out yourself to match the thread pitch of the bolt that is used for disc brakes. And like I said, if you want to go through all that and get to give it a new life and reuse it, I mean, you can. Okay, it's just a little time consuming, but at the end you do save money. And believe it or not, I'm not going to throw away this drum spindle. I have a couple of pairs and I am going to turn it into disc brake spindles because I still have my white 68 Firebird to make it into disc brakes. I have another 68 I'll be building soon outside. I have my Trans Am tribute car 69 that I want to build also. That's going to be after the Lovebird. And all those cars need to be converted into disc brakes. And I'm going to give this a shot because I know it works. So future videos. Anyway, let's move forward. So I've been working really hard on the Lovebird, replacing everything here at the front of the car, okay? So upper and lower control arms been rebuilt completely, okay? I mean your bump stops, your upper and lower ball joints, all your bushings, sway bar link bushings, everything's been painted nice and black to match everything. I got my inner and outer tie rod with the sleeves brand new, coil springs brand new, shock absorbers brand new, and of course disc brakes spindles brand new. Guys, I mean, it's work. No matter what, it's gonna be work, but boy doesn't it look good, and it will ride excellent. It really will ride excellent, and I'm happy, okay? And a matter of fact, I found this interesting. So it looks like this subframe belonged originally to it came out of, I believe, a 67 Firebird. And I came up with this conclusion because me and Jonathan put our heads together, and 68 at the control arms on the back, you're gonna have that bump stop, right? And you want to have one bump stop here that is underneath this control arm, the upper control arm. And 67, I definitely know 67 Camaro because I looked it up, has this bump stop on the frame. Now, I have a 67 Firebird. Honestly, I haven't checked yet. But you guys out there that have the 67 Firebird, maybe you could check it for me to see if you have this bump stop that mounts on the frame. But I'm pretty sure Firebird did the same thing like Camaro back in '67, and I had to drill the holes on the lower control arm to put that bump stop on the proper location because she didn't have none on the lower control arm. Okay. But anyway, here it goes. The Lovebird has been totally overhauled on the front suspension and also the rear suspension I did earlier before I put the car down on his wheels. And here is the engine. I showed that before, and that's the master cylinder with the brake booster. Okay. And you guys are gonna go see what I spent here on the disc brake conversion kit. Let me set myself up and I'll be going through that list. All right, guys. Let's see now. What did the conversion kit, the disc brake conversion kit, cost me? So, if you're going to go to an AutoZone, you're going to ask for a 1969 Firebird. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's a 67 you're working on, a 68 like myself, and if you work on a 69, it's going to work because I did it. Now, you are going to tell them, if you're going to the AutoZone way, you are going to tell them, oh, I'm working on a 1969 Firebird, and they're going to tell you what engine. You tell them the 6.6. That's the 400. And 4-barrel. Yes, 8-cylinder. So, let's go through the parts, okay? So, part, and that's the number, all right? What is it? I'm not going to go through the whole thing. So, this part number stands for brake rotor. It's $99.99. That times 2 means, of course, you're going to need 2 of them. One for the right side, one for the left side. Part, and that's the number right here. That's C19. Right hand side, disc brake caliper. Okay, $42.99. $42.99. Part number C18, left hand caliper. Same thing. Okay, same price. Part, and that's the number of the part, front disc brake hose. You are going to need both. Okay, this is for disc brake cars. So it's $32.99 2 times. Part number, here's the part number right here for your disc brake pad, the set. I did not show it on this video because I don't have them, but I did the video anyway because I don't need the brake pads to show you if this is going to work with a 14-inch wheel, yes or no. So anyway, that's the part. That's the number for the part for the disc. Sorry, for the disc brake pads, and they cost $58.99. Now I have here 1968 Nova 6.5 liter master cylinder. The reason why I had to use a 1968 Nova is because if you go in an AutoZone again and you ask for Firebird master cylinder for disc brakes, it won't come up. But believe me, 1968 Nova, even Camaro, stuff like that for disc brake cars that had disc brakes in the front and drums in the back, it will work. Okay, and the part number for this is here, NM1494, and I pay $76.99, and she's right there. Okay, that's the master cylinder you are going to need. Let me show you guys. And this is for disc brake cars. All right, and this parts list, I forgot to mention the meteor valve here, the disproportional, sorry, valve, and I did not put it, but I think right now Inline Tube has them for these cars. They're like $50. Okay, now this brake caliper bracket and backing plate, okay, dust shield, I bought it on eBay. Sorry, here you go. I bought it on eBay, and they are for A, F, and X body, stock height. Please pay attention to this. I bought it on eBay. All right, here's the part. Here's the item number. Sorry, 5465 with free shipping. So you got your brake sorry, backing plate, this brake caliper bracket, okay, on eBay for 5465. You are going to find out in a couple of seconds if this worked, yes or no. Now here, I also got it on eBay, and it says Motor City Muscle Car. That's inline too, okay? Here goes the item number on eBay. I pay $82.90 free shipping, guys. The spindle is excellent for the tool size, your left and your right. But that price, I think, is excellent, okay? The total, $592 with 48 cents. Now, think about something. I did not add the brake booster because it was a gift. Somebody gave it to me. He follows me on Facebook and he follows me on YouTube. Okay, and I believe it's Brian Hoffman, his name. He's an excellent guy, real cool dude. He calls me and Jonathan the legends of first gen Firebirds. And let me tell you something, he gave me that and I appreciate it. This car, this build, I've been really blessed. A whole bunch of people have given me stuff. So that brake booster, if you don't have a core, it's gonna cost you probably like $100 and something bucks, something like that. If you have a core, you give them the core and it drops the price. So I forgot about that. So let's say now it's up to 600 and change, okay? If you want to call it that. And I also did not add the wheel bearings, okay? What's cool about the rotors I got from AutoZone, the race is already pressed inside for you. So the only thing you got to do is make sure you grease up your bearings good and put them on. Now I'm going to show you guys if the disc brake shield and the disc brake caliper bracket from eBay, if it worked. Okay, I'm going to show you right now if that worked. Now, this is a stock Pontiac rim from 67 through 69. Pontiacs used 14-inch rims. Okay, 15 did not come until 1970 something. I don't even think the very first like 70, 71 used it. I think it was 72 if I'm not mistaken. But I'm 100% sure first gen Firebird 67 to 69 did not have 15-inch wheels. They have 14-inch wheels. Now check this out. Right? I mean, if I don't show you what I went through, you say, man, that thing worked good. Okay, 14-inch. So it's 14 by 6 inch wide, 14-inch size diameter of the height of the wheel, right? Well, I really do, because it kind of makes me really upset. It actually pisses me off. I'm sorry I have to use that word, but because people just lied to sell you stuff, they would just lie and lie and lie. Even though I contacted the seller, he still lied to me. He messaged me, yeah, you're good to go. And I mentioned to him what kind of car I'm building here. Well, he totally lied, okay? I hope you guys could see this. Let me check out the camera. Let me put you closer. All right. If you guys could see here, I had to get a black marker, black Sharpie, okay? Because when I put the wheel the first time, it was like if I was pressing on the brakes, the wheel would not spin at all. At all, okay? And I had to keep on working with the Sharpie on these points and on this point right here, okay? And I had to use my angle grinder with a sanding disc, okay? I had to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and also in the bottom here, back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. until I kept on putting the wheel, see if it braked. Of course, it was breaking less and less every time because I was taking off material off. All right, some metal. So until I got it free, like you guys just showed in the demonstration I showed you. She is free when I spin it with the rim on, with the wheel on, the 14-inch Pontiac wheel. Now, I really do believe if I was using a 15-inch wheel, I wouldn't have to do no grinding. I would not have to do no grinding. But I told the seller I'm using a 14-inch wheel, okay, because I have a mess of them, and that's what I'm going to be using. And he told me, he lied to me and told me that go right ahead, you should be good. Nope. So, I'm not going to tell you guys you should grind here or you shouldn't grind here. Okay, did I take off a whole bunch of materials? No, I didn't. You could still pretty see she is thick. She's pretty thick. I just had to shave. And honestly, if you have to do any fabrication to it, it should be said in the description, or the seller himself should know what he's selling and so describe it on his item that you're gonna have to probably with a 14-inch wheel take off some materials right here on which point of the bracket for the caliper. But no, he never did. Okay, and I know I have the caliper off. Okay, but you guys have to take my word. Even with the caliper on and the shaving I did here, okay, the little grinding, the material I had to take off, she did work. Okay, she did spin. Believe me, if there's one thing, Louis wants to be in his channel, and I always been since day one, and I want to continue being like this. I want to continue telling the truth. I don't want to sell you guys a lullaby. I don't want to sell you guys a really full of crap video and tell you guys that yes, it worked and it never did work. So I want to be honest. If there's anything you're going to learn about me, is that I'm honest, and I'm going to show you. And trust me, with the caliper, okay, here's the caliper right here. Okay, on the floor, it did work. All right. I took it off because she was making some noise behind. I said, oh boy, don't tell me I have to grind anything else. And no, it wasn't. It was because the backing plate at the bottom here, she was rubbing. And the only thing I did was push it a little bit towards the engine. Okay. And she doesn't make no noise. Now, look at how nice and quiet she is. But trust me, guys, even with the caliper, the 14-inch finally spun on me freely. No noise, no grinding noise after I had to take off the material. So you guys take it how you want to take it. But Louis is telling you here, everything I put on the list should work except this item I got from eBay, which is the caliper bracket. The backing plate worked. I ain't had to do nothing to the backing plate, but the caliper bracket did not work. I had to take off some material. I did not have to take off no materials from nowhere but here, okay, and down here. All right. So you guys do what you want to do. Louis just being honest. And I mean, for the price is not bad. But if you're skeptical and you do not want to shave a little material off, do not buy it. If you don't mind and you're just taking off a little metal, I tell you go for it. But honestly, I won't buy it. I won't buy it because I shouldn't be paying for something that you're telling me is a bolt on. So yeah, I'm a little upset. I'm a little down because believe me, taking that wheel on and off, on and off, on and off was not fun at all. Because if I saw myself that I would have to be grinding that this metal is this thin, I'll just throw everything away. But believe me, this is not gonna break. Okay, I mean it's really thick. But I just feel that people should be honest when they're selling something to us, because this hobby is expensive how it is already, and if I want to buy something that is expensive, I will, but at least I know it works and I don't have to go through these headaches. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Here's Louis at First Generation Garage. I hope this video is a really helpful video. And like I said, everything on that list, if you need to pick it up at your local AutoZone, and I'm not making no money off of AutoZone, I'm just being honest with you guys, it will work. I did it with my 67 Firebird, and I'm doing it with this Firebird. It just happened to be that the 67 had original I got the car with the original bracket, so of course it's gonna work, the caliper bracket. But this one, unfortunately, you will have to do some modifications. Okay, I'm sorry, keep your hands dirty. And like I always say, your project will move forward. I'm so happy that pretty soon, guys, it's gonna be that the Lovebird is gonna be able to move under his own power. I have to install the fuel lines now. Front suspension is done. I have to install, the brake lines, and I bought the Right Stuff brake lines. Okay, that's the name brand from the Right Stuff. If you guys want to see a video on that, leave me a comment. I'm kind of leaning towards, like, if I get enough comments on the next video, I'll do it. But if you guys don't put the comments down and you want to see the brake lines go in, I just do it on my own and show you guys that everything works. Well, guys, I'm sorry. I'm a little down on this project. I'm a little upset, but like I say, keep your hands dirty and your project will move forward. Bye bye now.